You have to grow your business. All of us are here to grow our businesses, none more so with the sort of opportunity that Nagesh outlined here. So we're going to grow our businesses, we're going to professionalize them, we're going to compete with the world's best, and if we aren't good enough, we will go out of business and somebody else will grow. So you've got to grow your business. But in growing your business, how are you going to do that doesn't continue to use up the world around you? So we say you can put back and you can grow. And that was the foundation of what we in Woolies call our good business journey. And we set out of that 4 priorities. Excuse me. Those priorities came out of one set of values that I talked about, those 7 values. And the 4 priorities are these. Firstly, accelerate transformation. Now, you have some parallels to this in India. In South Africa, historically, the white European community dominated business, dominated the wealth, and dominated politically. The transformation that Mandela and the old white president, F.W. de Klerk, brought about have given the black community, which is 80% of the population, at the very least, the political power. What now needs to happen is that community needs to absorb, take on, and develop the economic power. Each business has a role to play in doing that. So for our first priority was to accelerate our own internal transformation. So we have about 20,000 employees. 90% of them are black, over 90% of them are black. And historically, virtually none of those would have been in management positions, virtually none of them. We're now at a point where over half our management positions are filled with black people, and we are driving that aggressively, developing, training, and bringing people through from what has been a very, very poor education system for the large proportion of the black community. And what government has done in South Africa, I think, interestingly, is set business a challenge based on a set of parameters, from how many black people do you employ, how many black businesses do you buy from, how many of your management or your board of directors is black, what are you doing to develop businesses that are owned by black people, and so on and so forth. And the government has created a scorecard with a whole set of complicated measures which is voluntary for you to follow. What's not voluntary is the publicity and the image and the impression that you create if you don't follow it. I think it's a very, very clever way of doing it. So we've started at level 7, I think, which is the worst and lowest and most embarrassing, and we've got ourselves up to level 4, and we're targeting to go to level 3. We need to transform our business. The second part is, what do we do in the community? We can't just sell goods to people and ignore the wider community around them. So the second priority that we set for our good business journey was to drive the social development of the country. How could we do it? And I've just identified 4 of the key things that we've set about to do.